boys, welcome back to a brand new video, and today we are diving into the best current ways there are to make money in Forza Horizon 5, and it's not just going to be auction sniping in this video. If you don't like sitting in the auction house and you like playing a little more, then we have some other options for you that you might not have heard of before. And this first method works best if you have the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento Forza Edition. It just gets you more skill points. However, you don't need that car to go ahead and do this method. It is still possible to do it without. It improves its efficiency if you do have this car. However, I know it is expensive, so it's not necessary to complete this part of the video. You can use whatever car you want. Generally, the faster the better, so you can redo the race as many times in the shortest amount of times as possible. But anyways, if you can, get your hands on a Lamborghini Sesto Elemento Forza Edition, and then you want to go over to Creative Hub, the Event Lab event blueprints, and you're actually going to search for one, but I'm going to give you the blueprint you're going to be searching for. And as you can see on the screen, this share code is right here, so just pause the video, type that in. It's 139710733. I know sometimes it's hard for people to see, so just go ahead, punch that into your event blueprints. I recommend favoriting it so you don't have to look up this blueprint every time. And as you'll see, it's a straight line, so you're going to launch it as solo, and you're going to go through and you're going to select your Sesto Elemento or whatever car you want to use. I'm not actually going to do the race, so I'll just select the car I'm currently in. And while we're waiting for the event to load, we do have a sponsor for today's video. That's about 30 seconds. If that doesn't interest you, no worries at all, as I am showing you guys how you can legit make money in Forza Horizon 5. Now, the only important thing you have to do before you start is go to difficulty settings, and then you want to make sure your steering is on the full assist one, and then shifting, set it to automatic. That's not as necessary, it just makes it more hands off, and then you're good to go. This, if you have this Sesto Elemento, should get you about 9 or 10 skill points every single time. It's a racetrack with a bunch of obstacles on it, and you can build up skill points very quick. You get that about every 20 to 30 seconds, and you can just restart the race right from the finish line, so you can do it as many times as possible. You should be getting about 20 skill points every minute or so, and that is quite fast because you can spend them on your cars to unlock stuff like credits, other cars that you can put up for sale. You can unlock super wheel spins, regular wheel spins. Just dive into your car's mastery perks, which if you don't know is under your cars, and then car mastery. And as you can see, there's a few right here. Forzathon points are good, XP is good because every time you level up you get a regular wheel spin. Don't unlock any of the ones that are specific to the car, but anything that gives you a third-party thing is something you want to make sure you're unlocking. And it's really the funnest, best way to make money in the game, because you're not just auction sniping, you're unlocking a bunch of things that maybe you don't even know what you're unlocking. If you want a full video on a list of cars and what you can unlock from them, let me know with a comment down below. But we're gonna dive into the auction sniping now, which is what you should be doing if you want to make serious money in this game, or tons of money. It is really the best way of doing that. So the first car we have for you guys today is actually on the cheaper end of the cars. This used to be the rarest car in the game, but for obvious reason, Forza has re-released it back into the game, so a lot of people ended up getting their hands on this car. That being said, it's still guaranteed selling every single time it goes up for sale. As you can see, the one that's closest to expiring still has 18 minutes to go. This is guaranteed gonna sell. They're selling for about 10 million right now. I do believe that price will rise. The only reason it might not is if Forza decides to lock it around 10 million. That being said, you could still look for a price on this car around the 2 to 3 million price point and under that. And as soon as you're able to find one, I recommend just putting it up for sale, because this car is guaranteed to sell again, and people really want to get their hands on this car. That being said, not a lot of people are knowing to auction snipe for this car because it is on the cheaper end. So if you do see one come up for this price, as I've already found 3 looking with this filter, you're gonna be relatively uncontested. I actually backed out of a few of the auctions when I saw them come up and was able to go back in and still purchase it. So that means almost nobody is auction sniping for this car. So if you decide to, you might be one of the very few people doing it, and it's pretty guaranteed that when it comes up for sale, you're going to be the one to win it. It's an easy way to make money. You just have to have a little bit of patience for when the car does actually pop up for you. Now, the next car is another really weird one, and it's relatively cheap still. It's the DMC DeLorean, and what makes this car so good is it's at this really weird price point of just around 7 million. It's selling for people like half the time if you had one and you put it up like 2 or 3 times. As you can see, this one sold, this one's got 39 minutes, but there are a lot of them up. It is probably going to sell your first time, but if it doesn't, it'll guaranteed sell the second time you put it up for sale. And what's nice about this car is it's a good car that lots of people have their hands on. Lots of people got their hands on this car early on in the game, and there's tons of them floating around because of the glitch that was used to get them. So people are going to be putting them up for a lot less than that $7 million price point, and nobody, I mean literally nobody, is auction sniping for this car right now. So it's going to be very easy for you guys to go ahead and get your hands on, and you can turn it around and make a $7-8 million profit. And lots of these cars are coming up. I think I have like 10 or 15 in my inventory right now. I don't really sell them because I only tend to sell cars for 20 million, but it's still nice to get your hands on these cars if they do end up being very hard to get again. If they say they don't release for another few months, they will be off the auction house. But that being said, I wouldn't hold on to yours in hopes of that. I would just sell it immediately, make as much money as you possibly can. But this is a very easy car to auction snipe for right now because it guaranteed sells and nobody's looking for it. So if one pops up for you, you pretty much guarantee yourself securing that car. Anyways, boys, that's all we're gonna cover for today's video because we had a little bit of a money method at the beginning. If you guys made it all the way through to the end, let me know with a comment down below. As always, we'll see you boys in the next video. I'm out. Oh, peace.